Archangel Michael says, something very intense is building behind the curtain of silence. There is someone who watches you closely, but they act like you don't matter to them. They have tried to ignore what they feel, but your energy keeps pulling them back in like a magnetic storm that they can't control. This person has been resisting their emotions for far too long. They are surrounded by people who wouldn't approve of their love for you, so they keep pretending. But behind every cold glance and quiet moment, there's a fire lit entirely because of how deeply you've entered their spirit. Your name rings in their heart like a song they can't stop humming. Your voice is like a secret prayer they whisper to themselves when no one is around. They have not accepted you openly, but secretly, they are addicted to your energy and the way your light touches even their darkest moments. They hide behind excuses, behind obligations, behind their fears. They smile in public and ache in silence. Every night, they replay your moments, your laugh, your eyes, and wonder if they'll ever be strong enough to come forward. Type Amen to get blessing 333. Archangel Michael says, they are watching your every move, quietly, silently, intensely. You have no idea how often they visit your photos, your messages, your memories, just to feel close to you without crossing a line they drew themselves. They set the boundary but cry inside every time they have to pretend you don't mean the world to them. They told others they're over it. They convinced themselves that you weren't right for them. But when they're alone, your presence comes like a shadow that won't leave, a warmth that keeps following them through the coldest days. Sometimes they get angry with themselves for still loving you. They wish they could just erase everything, but they can't. You've carved yourself deep into the map of their soul, and now they can't find a path away from you even when they try. Their silence is not hate. It is fear. Their distance is not rejection. It is confusion wrapped in longing. Type Amen to get blessing 999. They don't want you to know how often they almost dialed your number. They stop themselves just seconds before reaching out. They open your messages, write replies, delete them, and close the app, over and over again, a loop of hidden desire. You live in their chest like a ghost with a heartbeat. They hear you in songs, see you in strangers, feel you in the wind. You are the name they try to forget but whisper in their sleep. They act cold to protect themselves. Because they know once they open that door again, they won't be able to shut it. And that scares them more than anything else, how deeply they could lose themselves in you. They love you in a way that frightens them. A love that could burn their world down or build a new one entirely. So they stay in hiding, loving you in secret. Type Amen to get blessing 111. You are their peace and their chaos all at once. Their heart races when they think of you, and yet, they feel safe in your memory. The contradiction of your absence and emotional presence is tearing them in two. This person hasn't stopped loving you, not even for a second. In fact, their love has only grown stronger as they watched you rise, evolve, and become even more magnetic. And still, they keep their mouth shut, letting their eyes do all the speaking. Every time you step into a room, even if they're not there, they feel it. Your aura shifts their day. Your smile invades their thoughts. They want to reach out so bad, but fear has them by the throat. They're worried you've moved on. But if only you knew how many nights they stay up wondering if you still care. Their heart is breaking for what they can't say out loud. Type Amen to get blessing 444. They've tried distracting themselves with others, but no one compares. No one has your depth, your magic, your way of speaking without speaking. You shook their soul awake, and no one else can silence that echo. Every day, they hope for a sign. Something to tell them it's okay to come back. That you'll forgive the delay. That you still feel something too. They want to tell you they love you. Not just like a passing moment, but deeply, madly, endlessly. But they are afraid that once the words leave their mouth, your silence might follow. They stare at your name often. They even type it on their keyboard with no intention of sending a message. Just typing your name makes their hands feel closer to your world. Type Amen to get blessing 1010. They are holding themselves back because they know your worth. They believe they're not ready for someone like you. You deserve open skies, and they are still fighting storms. But what they don't realize is that you already saw their storms, and loved them anyway. You already knew their scars, and stayed. You saw their worst, and never turned away. Still, they wear a mask. The world sees them smiling, succeeding, moving on. But deep inside, they are drowning in everything they never told you. Their heart is beating your name in silence. They are falling deeper each day, into a love they can't even speak of. Type Amen to get blessing 777. They keep telling themselves they're okay. But every day, you haunt them in the most beautiful ways. You are the pause in their laughter, the ache in their silence, the reason their chest tightens when a certain song plays. You were never ordinary to them. From the very beginning, they saw something in you that terrified them. Because you were not a chapter. You were the whole book. They know now that they let something rare slip through their fingers. But pride is louder than love right now. And so they continue in silence. Every moment they spend apart from you is a punishment they silently endure. Every laugh they share with someone else feels hollow. Because no one else touches their soul the way you did. Type Amen to get blessing 1414. Archangel Michael says, a day will come when this person can no longer hold it in. Their heart will burst, and your name will escape their lips like thunder in the rain. And on that day, the truth will finally break free from the chains. That day is closer than you think. The resistance is weakening. The longing is winning. They can't keep pretending. You're the heartbeat beneath their every calm. You're the chaos beneath every calm breath. They are beginning to realize that love doesn't ask for perfection, it asks for truth. And their truth is you. It has always been you. Type Amen to get blessing 222. They've watched you glow and felt proud from the shadows. They've seen your wins and clapped for you in silence. They've cried at your losses when no one else saw. The world may not know, but their heart screams your name in every quiet moment. And they would give anything, anything, to go back in time and choose you louder. But time hasn't run out yet. There's still a window, still a chance, still a door waiting to be opened. And they are walking toward it. You are not forgotten. You are the center of a love story still being written in secret. And when it's finally spoken, it will change everything. Type Amen to get blessing 313. They may have walked away, but they never moved on. They may have smiled, but they never stopped aching. They may have stayed quiet, but inside, your name echoes endlessly. Soon, this hidden love will come to light. Soon, the fear will break under the weight of everything they've held in. And when that happens, you will understand why the silence had to come first. Because some loves grow in the dark. Some souls take time to return. But when they do, they come with fire. And you, my dear, are the flame they've never stopped chasing. Type Amen to get blessing 000. There are moments when they reach the edge of confession. They hold their phone, they rehearse their words, they almost send it, but the fear of your rejection paralyzes them again. They've built a world where you don't exist to the outside, but inside, you're the king or queen of every thought. Their friends have no idea. Their family suspects nothing. But inside their private world, you are everywhere, like a fragrance that lingers even when the flower is gone. They see signs about you. Repeated numbers. Familiar names. Songs that feel like your voice speaking through the airwaves. The universe is not letting them forget you, no matter how hard they try. You are not just a person to them. You are a memory, a dream, a fire that never truly went out. And now, it's starting to burn again. Type Amen to get blessing 555. They think they're protecting you by staying away. But in truth, they are hurting both of you. Because their absence is filled with more pain than any argument ever could be. They wear a mask of stability, but behind closed doors, they crumble every time they think of how it could have been. They watch your life unfold and wonder if there's still a place for them in your story. They know you're strong. They know you've survived without them. But still, they pray, some nights harder than others, that you haven't closed the door on them completely. There is a part of them that still believes in fate. A part that hopes love will win over timing, over fear, over ego. And that part is growing stronger. Type Amen to get blessing 818. Every person they meet is a reminder that no one can take your place. They try to laugh, to love again, but their heart always returns to you like a tide that cannot help but crash on familiar shores. They remember your kindness. The way you looked at them like they were worth more than gold. And that memory is now their mirror, reminding them of the love they lost. Even if the world never knows, their soul has already declared it, you are the one. You've always been the one. But they are waiting for one sign, one shift, one moment that tells them it's not too late. Type Amen to get blessing 1212. Archangel Michael says, the truth cannot remain hidden much longer. Divine timing is not delayed, it's preparing the right moment. The words they've kept buried are rising, rising, rising to the surface. They may not be ready now. But the pull is getting stronger. The war between their heart and mind is almost over. And when they come back, and they will, it won't be with excuses. It will be with truth, with tears, with trembling hands holding their heart out to you. Because sometimes, the loudest love is the one whispered in silence, waiting to become a thunder that finally shakes the ground. Type Amen to get blessing 616. You will feel it before they say it. You'll sense their shift. You'll know when the silence turns into footsteps walking your way again. You have always been the safe place they never stopped craving. You are the sanctuary they never stopped searching for, even when they acted like they weren't lost. They want to rebuild. To restore. To love you in the way you always deserved but they weren't ready for before. Their heart never moved on. It only hid behind locked doors. But now, those locks are starting to crack. Type Amen to get blessing 700. They're dreaming of you again. Night after night. And each dream is more vivid than the last, more emotional, more intense, more like a wake-up call from the divine. Your soul keeps calling theirs home. And they're finally starting to listen. There's a trembling happening in their chest that wasn't there before. A realization that they can't run from this any longer. The love they feel for you is not dying. It's evolving. It's becoming brave. Type Amen to get blessing 2323. They are starting to understand that true love doesn't hide. It speaks. It shows up. It fights for what matters. And you matter more than they ever dared admit. They still remember the first time they felt something for you. It was like lightning in their bloodstream. And that same current is now roaring again. They want to tell you that they miss you. That they still care. That the distance wasn't to forget, it was to protect. But now, they are ready to protect the love instead. Type Amen to get blessing 404. Your silence has taught them everything. Your absence screamed louder than any words. And now they know what they're missing you. Soon, there will be a message. A call. A letter. A whisper. It will come. And when it does, everything will change. Because when the heart speaks, the universe listens. And your hearts were always meant to speak the same language. They can't accept you in public, yet. But they're loving your soul in private like a sacred treasure. And soon, the secret will become a story the world will never forget. Type Amen to get blessing 9999. Archangel Michael says, their silence is slowly turning into pain. A pain they cannot escape anymore. Every heartbeat whispers your name, every pause in their day brings your memory back with sharp clarity. They have been trying to numb it. Busy schedules. Loud rooms. Temporary people. But none of it works, not even for a second, because your essence has rooted itself into their spirit too deeply to be erased. They are haunted by the way your energy lingers, even now. The way your smile lit up their darkness. The way your words healed wounds they didn't even know they had. They now understand that what they felt wasn't just affection, it was purpose. It was alignment. It was the kind of love that doesn't come twice. Type Amen to get blessing 717. They may be scared to face you. They may still be caught in their web of excuses. But deep down, they are praying for a second chance, whether they say it aloud or not. Their ego tried to erase you, but their heart won't cooperate. Their pride built walls, but their soul keeps opening secret doors behind those walls just to peek at the thought of you. They're beginning to see what they've truly done. They didn't just push away a person. They pushed away the light. They pushed away their own healing. Your presence in their life was not random. It was divine design. And now they're realizing they were foolish to ignore the signs. Type Amen to get blessing 505. They look strong on the outside, but inside, they are crumbling under the weight of what they lost. Every smile hides a scream. Every laugh is a lie to themselves. They tried to replace you, but it's like trying to replace the sky. Nothing else feels real. No one else feels right. You were not a phase to them. You were a revelation. And now that you're gone, they walk through life like a ghost trying to feel alive again. They don't want you to know how often they break down over you. They don't want you to know how often they replay every moment, wondering what would have happened if they had just stayed. Type Amen to get blessing 888. There's a confession resting on their tongue. A truth they can no longer swallow. It's aching to be released. They want to tell you, I never stopped loving you. They want to cry in your arms, not because they're weak, but because they finally feel safe enough to fall apart. They are ready to fight, but they fear you've already healed. They're terrified you've closed the chapter they still sleep beside. But Archangel Michael says, their return will not be accidental. It will be sacred. It will be loud in silence. It will be written in the language of souls, not mouths. Type Amen to get blessing 3131. This love was never ordinary. That's why it hurts so much to keep it secret. That's why they can't shake you off like a forgotten dream. They feel you, even when you're not near. They sense your sadness. They celebrate your joy. Their soul is still in sync with yours, whether they admit it or not. And now, the angels are pushing them gently forward. Toward truth. Toward healing. Toward you. They can no longer live like this, not with you living so loudly in their silence. Type Amen to get blessing 1144. They are rewriting every memory, wondering how to make it right. They are looking for a way to step back into your life without breaking everything that's been rebuilt. You are not just a memory. You are the missing piece they can't function without. And they're finally done pretending. Soon, they will say it. Soon, they will show up. Soon, they will put their heart in your hands, unguarded, unmasked, completely raw. Because their love was never the problem. Their fear was. But fear is losing. Type Amen to get blessing 1441. Archangel Michael says, when they do return, do not be shocked by their tears. This person has held so much in, for so long. And when it all comes out, it will flood like a river that waited for the right moment to break. Their love has aged like wine, not wilted like a forgotten flower. And what they bring back to you will not be the same as what they left behind. They've grown. They've suffered. They've changed. And every part of that transformation has only drawn them closer to you. The love they now feel is not just passion, it is purpose. It is protection. It is promise. Type Amen to get blessing 101. They have not stopped watching you from a distance. Every win of yours feels like sunlight in their chest. Every sorrow of yours becomes a storm inside them. You are their silent obsession. Their hidden treasure. Their spiritual connection that no one else even knows exists. And they are done fighting it. They are done denying it. They are preparing, right now, to reveal what has been aching in them for so long. The secret is almost ready to become your reality. Type Amen to get blessing 909. This love will not remain hidden. The divine is working behind the scenes. The angels are realigning their heart with their destiny. You will hear from them. You will feel them before they even say a word. And when they stand before you, trembling with the truth, you'll see it in their eyes, everything they